Rupert Murdoch this morning is shaking up the family business. The media titan announced Thursday he is stepping down as head of 21st Century Fox before splitting with News Corp. It was part of the world's third biggest media conglomerate. Murdoch will appoint his youngest son, James, as the new CEO. His oldest son, Lachlan, becomes the executive co-chairman. Michael Wolff has interviewed Rupert Murdoch for his biography, The Man Who Owns the News. Welcome, Michael.
Charlie, nice to be here.
Tell me why now, and what does it mean?
Well, I think the top line is not Rupert Murdoch is stepping down, but the top line is Rupert Murdoch is actually going nowhere. He remains as in charge, as omnipresent, as important to this company as at any time over the last almost 65 years.
So why make this announcement right now then?
Well, because the other thing about the other mission that Murdoch has always been devoted to is making his children the people who will run this company for the foreseeable future. So this is all part of a plan, not for him to go anywhere, but for nobody to get in the way of his children's destiny.
So what can you tell us about James? Because number one, are you surprised he survived that British hacking scandal, number one? And what can you...
Gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked. I love that word, gobsmacked. I want you to elaborate on that a little bit. And how do you describe his management style? Does he have what it takes to run this company? But why were you surprised?
Well, I think for all of these kids to have gotten to this point, they've all gone through, number one, joining the company, quitting the company, having fights with their father, having fights with their siblings, having fights with Rupert Murdoch's executives, pushed out, pulled back in by the father. In fact, Lachlan, who also has the other brother, who also has a big new management role here, told his father over and over again, "I don't want it. Leave me alone."
What's James like as a leader?
And then James is an arrogant so-and-so, and I don't know anyone who has ever worked with him outside of his immediate circle who has nice things to say about him. He is a real, I've never met anyone who is such an expert on everything, who absolutely, who listens to no one, and maybe, let me say...
It's a bit harsh, don't you think, Michael? He's never listened to anyone?
Well, he listens to his father.
Yeah, exactly.
But even that, I've seen actually James argue with his father. His brother Lachlan, and there's the thing, because Lachlan and James really have sort of similar roles now in the company, and they don't particularly get along. Board meetings at News Corp have always been a kind of famous fest of these two brothers bickering with each other. Kind of embarrassing, in fact.
But Rupert maintains the title of executive co-chairman.
Exactly, you know, with Lachlan.
With
so
Lachlan coming
is the other
up. I mean, it just seems to me to be an evolution. He's giving them new roles. Obviously, he's still going to run the company. He's the power, but he's giving them new responsibilities, so it's easier for them to evolve into running the company.
Absolutely,
and that's the significance here.
He always felt if he died and somebody else was the CEO of the company, that would be a problem, add a problem for his children to take over. So this is all part of a concerted, long-term, and I might say masterful plan on Murdoch's part.
To keep the Murdoch name in place.
All right, thanks, Michael Wolff.